The random jottings of Donald J. from Nelson in Pendle. Nelson is considered part of the Burnley Coalfield. There is evidence of old bell pits and surface mining at Swinden Clough and Castercliff, and as early as 1465 there was a complaint of people unlawfully digging coal in the area. Clough Head Colliery, also known as Townhouse Pit, was on Clough Head Beck on the eastern edge of the town, and it had a troubled history. While under construction in 1845, an accident during assembly of the steam pumping engine resulted in the death of one worker. On 12th of April 1850, 6 men were working in the pit when one man went to check for gas with a safety lamp, but before he had signaled it was safe, another man opened his lamp, causing an explosion that killed them all. Another explosion in November 1856 resulted in 2 fatalities. A surface tramroad connected it to railway sidings at Bradley Lane Head. It is uncertain when the colliery closed, but it was possibly in the late 1880s. Deep in the heart of Nelson, a small town nestled in the Burnley Coalfield, there stood a forgotten relic of the past, a place haunted by tragedy and lost souls. Clough Head Colliery, once a bustling coal mine, now lay abandoned, its silent structures bearing witness to a troubled history. It was said that the spirits of those who had perished within the mine still lingered, their restless souls unable to find peace. The tragic accidents that had befallen the colliery cast a dark shadow over the land, and whispers of ghostly apparitions and eerie moans filled the air. Among the locals, tales were told of a ghostly figure that roamed the deserted corridors of the old mine. They said he was a miner named Thomas, a man who had met a tragic end during one of the mine's dreadful accidents. It was rumored that his spirit was trapped within the confines of Clough Head Colliery, forever seeking solace and redemption. Late one moonlit night, a curious young man named Samuel ventured into the abandoned colliery. Driven by a mixture of fascination and bravado, he wanted to uncover the truth behind the tales that haunted his town. Armed with a flashlight and a sense of adventure, he stepped cautiously into the darkness. As Samuel descended into the depths of the mine, a chill ran down his spine, and he couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. The walls of the mine seemed to close in on him, and every creak and groan echoed through the tunnels, amplifying his growing unease. Suddenly, a dim light flickered in the distance, beckoning Samuel forward. He followed the ethereal glow, his heart pounding in his chest. The light led him to a narrow passageway, where the figure of a man emerged from the shadows. Thomas, the ghostly miner, stood before Samuel, his spectral form translucent and haunting. His eyes held a deep sadness, and his voice trembled with the weight of his unfinished existence. "Why have you come here?" Thomas asked, his voice echoing through the mine. Samuel swallowed hard, his fear giving way to empathy. "I came to understand, to uncover the truth," he replied, his voice shaky but resolute. "You and the others who perished here deserve to have your stories heard." Thomas's gaze softened, and a glimmer of hope flickered in his eyes. He began to share his tale with Samuel, recounting the events that had led to his untimely demise and the lives lost within the depths of the mine. Samuel listened intently, his heart heavy with the weight of the past. As the night wore on, Samuel became a conduit for the stories of those trapped spirits. He learned of their dreams, their fears, and their yearning for closure. Through his presence and willingness to listen, he became a bridge between the world of the living and the realm of the departed. Days turned into weeks, and Samuel returned to Clough Head Colliery, sharing the stories he had heard with the people of Nelson. The tales of the haunted mine spread throughout the town, uniting the community in a shared understanding and empathy for the spirits that had long been forgotten. In time, the townspeople came together to honor the memory of the lost miners, erecting a memorial in their name. Samuel's efforts had brought the ghosts of Clough Head Colliery peace at last. The spirits, no longer trapped in the darkness, found solace and were able to move on to the next realm. From that day forward, The abandoned mine held a different energy, a sense of closure and remembrance. It stood not as a place of fear but as a testament to the resilience of a community, forever bound by the shared history and the spirits that had found redemption within its depths. Though the ghostly presence of Clough Head Colliery may still linger in the whispers of the wind, it is no longer a place of sorrow and unrest. Instead, it stands as a reminder of the power of compassion, understanding, and the strength of community to heal even the deepest wounds of the past. And so, the ghostly tales of Clough Head Colliery continue to be told, passed down through generations as a testament to the enduring spirits that once resided there. Their stories serve as a reminder that even in the darkest of places, there is always hope for redemption and the chance for restless souls to find peace at last. By Donald J.